Wait, what? What's
Part
going
two.
on?
Good work. Alright, so you open the door to the cage, and Kenna kills you.
Wow.
Oh, okay. Well,
She was
actually,
really pissed off about those warships.
listen, she was talking to a replicant. It's not my fault.
So, the only issue here, so you've now got a dozen and a half, yes, a dozen and a half, Caitlin, civilians, a couple of soldiers, bits and pieces, but you've also sort of stopped the way out.
Well, one way out.
The way out, yes.
No, one way out.
Yes, definitely the way out.
I distinctly remember Dimitri making another way.
Yeah, so that was back the way you came, this tunnel to the right. To the south, you probably shouldn't feed the people down there.
I have an idea. Does that room look less than 1,000 years old?
Which room?
The room that's blocked off or whatever.
I don't know.
If it looks less than 1,000 years old, Ryla, I might need you to beat me half to death again.
I immediately.
Oh, wait. Fuck civilians. 5 cold damage would probably fuck up a lot of civilians, wouldn't it? Okay, so we can't probably get them all to phase through then. I was going to get them to huddle around me and then we can just phase our way through, but...
I mean, that's a sacrifice I'm willing to make.
To save the civilians, we'll sacrifice them.
It's just like burning them all in the fire again.
Kenna says, perhaps if you were to clear the way back, we would be able to escape, or we can simply wait here until, I presume, she looks at the four of you, more reinforcements are on their way?
I do have... Oh, let me look up. I do have the stone-shaped ritual. I'll see how useful that is.
Yeah, no, this is all we got, lady. Sorry.
What do you mean this is all we got?
It's just us.
Yep.
Just us chickens, yeah.
You say that like it's not enough?
I mean, she's the one talking about reinforcements. I'm just letting her know there's no reinforcements. We are the reinforcements. We're the motherfucking A-team, baby.
So I can do a volume of stone up to 10 feet on a side into whatever shape you wish. That costs... It's instantaneous, but it costs 150 GP and 1 healing surge. So...
10 feet at a time.
10 feet at a time. How many healing surges have I got? Some more thing. I have 11 and I've spent 5, so I have 6.
So
that's 60
feet.
feet. That should be enough for us to... That'd be enough for us to carve a way out, wouldn't it?
Depends which way you're wanting to go.
I was thinking just go basically parallel to the entrance, so basically go from here to there.
Okay, so that way is that kilometer of tunnel that you walk down.
Okay, can I just
You could go that way, and
that's what I was thinking.
Yep.
10, 20, 30, yeah. So it'll basically use up all my healing surges, but...
Yeah, I think it's not a bad idea. So you cut a bypass from those knolls into the tunnel beyond and send them up the tunnel. Hopefully, Karch and the knolls aren't sending any reinforcements.
Well, I kind of figured we'd be escorting them, right? Like, at least till we know that they're safe.
Yeah. Okay, yeah, that's fine, if you want to do that. Sorry, I thought you were going to push on ahead and send them back.
Push on ahead to where?
Probably want to make sure they're safe. So that's 150 times 6. Is there somebody able to spot me that amount of gold? Because I kind of just spent all mine.
Sure.
900 gold.
Before you decide to accompany them back, remember that you are, at the moment, only here like with this sort of force because there is an ongoing battle for the island. the potential for reinforcements from the winner, whichever side that is. They could turn up and you lose your opportunity to be here, or not. It's. I'm not going to tell you who wins the battle, but there is a risk.
Is there anywhere we can park them that's sort of safe? Like,
Probably in the cage.
Leave the cage door unlocked and just be like,
yeah, I mean, I guess that's the thing is, can we tell them to sort of, hang out for an hour or so and...
So, yeah, Kenna offers to do that. So I just want to make it clear as well, like, as a DM, I'm not telling you have to push on without them. It is completely possible to do both, but just be aware of the decisions you're making.
Yep.
or we just take them with us because Kenner and the soldiers might be in handy to have around in a fight.
And we've got, just have a dozen disposable meat shields?
Yes.
Alright guys, just walk in front of us as a tight cluster. No, I'd be inclined to probably have them, hang here, and I guess we'll say, if you haven't heard from us, within an hour or so, escape and assume the worst.
Well,
Does that sound like a good
That sounds
idea?
like a plan.
this sounds like the world's worst escort quest, but sure, let's do it.
Every quest is the world's worst escort quest.
Yeah, but this one sounds real bad.
Except the ones in Warframe. Those are good.
I'm also gonna grab my rods.
I mean, the other option is we split the party, but you know how that tends to go.
We leave Uranus and Orzhov here.
Hey, there you go. They'll make for good good cover for them, right? Yeah. Cool. Let's do it then. Let's pick one of those options and go.
Yes, that's what I'm waiting for.
Cool, we're taking them with us. Let's go.
Okay, perfect. You bundle them up into a ball in front of you and send them down the tunnel in front.
Correct.
Sorry,
They're gonna
what?
be our canaries.
So
Sorry, go
you
ahead.
down at the train track.
Train track. I'm like, where are we carrying on
Yeah.
to? Like,
So just so you know,
tunnel's closed.
you didn't actually come through this tunnel. Okay, that was the mistake.
That's what I'm like.
So
what?
on this rail is a cart.
Oh
So
god.
this cart, it's got a tiny steam engine attached to it, and it's puttering away happily, as if it's waiting to give you a ride. There's probably enough seats for you and maybe half of the people.
Okay, I'm gonna need all of the useful people to raise their hands, and those that are not useful to go back to the jail cell.
Kenner and the soldiers raise their hands. The
All right, you
civilians whimper and go back to the jail cell. It's just one more man after another, keeping us down.
Perfect. Oh no. Does anyone have a bag of holding? We can put them in there.
For 5 minutes.
Yeah. So
Just open it occasionally to let them breathe.
exactly.
I kind of think having them wait in the cage with the door open is probably going to be the better plan. We're kind of just carrying them with us into danger.
Yeah, but there's still gnolls.
So
I
are
mean,
you
the thing
hopping on
is,
cart?
the gnolls can't get to it because that entire room is electrified now. Because I knocked that thingy down into the water. Well, I knocked the thingy down and then water flooded it.
Yeah, it's not going to probably be trivial to get past that room.
Fair.
So
You can make a big
anything
hole in
coming
the
down
kitchen.
to here would need to come down the railway
Yep.
where we're going up.
I imagine we can retcon me digging the bypass tunnel until we actually need to do it.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay. Sure. I guess then we should let them know that they'll need to, we'll leave the cage unlocked. but it'll be safer for them to be there rather than with us. We're going deeper into this shitty fucking null cave.
And don't go in the water, by the way.
Yeah.
So, as you open the minecart, sort of, half-height door, you see on the seat in the front of the minecart is a duplicate head just sitting, resting on the seat. As you open it and see it, with a bit of surprise, the duplicate head activates and begins to speak in Tinker's voice. As it does, its appearance shifts to match that of Tinker's face. "Ah, I wondered when I'd see you again. Please, get in the cart. It'll be a pleasant ride. And my subterranean domicile is far, far, far too large for you to have to walk all the way. So fast, you could get lost in it. Certainly your mind could. I have an inkling you're going to get quite violent towards me, and our previous interactions were much, much too brief. So please, into the cart. Oh, don't forget to flip the levers. Or don't. Who knows? Maybe it's a quicker trip." You presume he's talking about the levers that are about 20 feet down the path and about 40 feet down the path.
It's
They don't-
quite an odd
They don't have
probe,
any
isn't
labels.
he?
I mean,
I like how he thinks I can lose my mind any more than I have. Let's go flip these levers.
oh boy. Okay. I would like to duck down into the minecart.
So you get into the minecart?
Yeah, like the fetal position. Yeah.
Okay, so as soon as you get in and sit, the cart begins to slowly roll along. The wheels begin to grind. Not fast enough that, you can't get out or people can't get in as it's moving along. And the soldiers sort of hurry in. We can't get left behind. Oh, can't get left behind. And Kinner's like, "My ships!" and jumps in after you. Zambro, as you walk to the levers...
So we are taking them with us?
We're taking soldiers and Kenna, apparently.
Okay.
Yeah.
Were you not?
Yeah.
But that's
No, that sounds like a plan.
We've gone back and forth like 50 times, so...
Yeah, it's hard to keep up. So
Sure.
Zambro, you're just ahead of it, and you get to the first lever. It's got no levers, it's got no signs, but you pull it. Roll me a perception.
Do I have to?
No. Nice. Oh no, just Zambro for pulling it.
Fuck.
Okay, so as you pull it, you hear a soft ka-chunk from your feet. The cart continues rolling towards it. It's probably about 10 seconds away from where you are.
Jog up to the next one and pull it.
Okay, you jog up to the next one and you pull it, and there's an even softer ka-chunk, ka-chunk, and it sounds like it's echoing in a hollow chamber. But the sound from the first one was sort of your feet that way. The sound from the second one was your feet that way.
Yep.
So as the cart, that's Ryla, moves to here, who else is in the cart?
Get on the soldiers, I guess.
Okay. Ryla, Kenna, and the soldiers on the cart. Orzov and Dimitri and Zambro all not in the cart. So they get a good view as the cart rolls across the track and the entire floor collapses away underneath it.
Oh my god,
The cart doesn't fall. The tracks do not fall away. And the head says, "Ha! Psych!"
You fucker.
So the levers that Zambro pulled stopped the track from also falling away.
Oh. Good lord.
So Dimitri and Orzov and Zambro are able to sort of jog and keep up with the cart and presumably get on board because you're not going to want to walk the whole way, right?
I mean, I could, but...
Okay. Well, you can. After a few hundred feet down the tunnel, whether you're walking or in the cart stays at the speed of those that are walking along outside. It doesn't leave off without them. You see occasional spark gap lamps on the ceiling providing spotty lighting every now and then. And the walls start to have small nooks, each filled with an inert duplicate. None of them activate as you move past. The pathway itself is at least half a mile long. And as you're going along, Tinker's duplicate head continues to talk with you. So I'm very excited to have a conversation. You'll hear about Bourne, yes? I'd love to talk to you all about him. His design, his structural flaws, his personality. Such a nice boy, smartest one of the lot. Not like you. You, if you'll pardon me, are fools. You've walked into a trap.
Well, if it's a trap and we knew about it, are we really walking into it?
Hang on, I'm getting called in the middle of a conversation.
Yes, the fact that we knowingly walk into a trap does not change the fact that it's a trap. I mean, that just logically follows.
Yeah, see? Oh, at least one of you has a brain cell to rub together.
Well,
But it's not that I wanted to trap you anyway. I could have trapped you, I could have killed you, I could have crushed you under tons and tons of rock. But it's odd to be... It's odd to be... And then he pauses.
And then he what? Pauses?
He stops talking, and after a moment, if no one says anything, goes...
it's
As
odd.
if there was no pause. It's odd to be affected by a type of mind control you built. Built when no one else could, I'd remind you. I can tell someone else is in charge, but I don't mind so much. Much better than to be mind controlled and not remember. Remember what I said about wanting to trap you? Or not wanting to trap you?
Yep. Yes.
Yes, it was quite some time ago. Several seconds at least. You upset my employer, and as long as I am still in this, I remind you, quite masterful invention, I won't be agreeing to any of your overtures. Short or brief, long or huge, deep or hard.
Wow! Alright!
So how long have you been doing this evil mastermind thing, Mr. Oddcog?
Oh, it's not me, it's my boss. You should really meet him. No
Oh.
dragons and natural allies.
Please take some credit for yourself. Who else could have designed such masterful inventions?
Well, dwarves, I suppose.
I look at Dimitri and be like,
They are smart. I wish I had a pet dwarf. They have more hair. They're cutesies and tootsies, and I like to touch their beards.
Hey.
I look at Dimitri very pointedly, like,
Dimitri's just kind of got a what? He doesn't know what the fuck to make of this guy. He's
As the head
norm
continues to
is
rave on
clearly-
about touching Dimitri's beard. A new voice butts into the conversation. The memorable deep tones of Rysuri industrialist Benedict Pemberton come through. And as he speaks, the duplicant's head transforms to match his face. All right there, that's quite enough of that, son. Time to let the people with functional minds have a conversation. It seems to address you now. Greetings! Some people used to call me the Steel Lord Gradiax, but these days I do prefer Benedict Pemberton.
well,
Welcome.
Mr. Pemberton, it is a pleasure.
The pleasure is all mine. See, you have welcomed yourself into my volcano lair. Now, if you don't mind, kindly leave the premises, or drop your weapons off the side of the cart, and we can talk in peace once you arrive.
Our main reason to come here is we really kind of need to borrow Oddcog. I mean, you can keep him. We just need to borrow him quickly to deal with the colossi roaming the Feywilds.
There is also the unfortunate fact that we are Leicester is now likely facing war with Bird unless one dragon is somehow killed, which, I mean...
To be fair, with 2 dragons on our side as Riser, I would put my odds on us.
I agree with that.
I also
that?
agree. You would profit far more by aiding me than fighting me. I would like to clarify. You come here alongside a group, the Obscurati.
Yes.
They seek to wrangle the Colossus for their own purposes.
Yes.
I am not a member of the Obscurati. I will provide you access to Tinker to get whatever information you need about the Colossus, and perhaps about the Obscurati as well, if he can aid you in that manner.
Tinker implied that he's under your control. Does that mean, by extension, the Colossus could be under your control?
The Colossus is not under Tinker's control, nor mine.
But it could be?
He may have the knowledge you need to stop the Colossus. I am unsure.
Colossus is a person. It is not. Everyone just keeps treating it as a weapon.
I mean, to be fair, I get
argue
treated like
semantics. He was created as a weapon. He was imbued with souls. I'm not here to wax philosophical.
Well, I'm just thinking he might come in handy if we did go to the war.
I just imagine Dimitri like, oh, I would have loved a good old wax.
A good old wax.
Yeah, good waxing.
I'm just thinking Colossus could come in handy if, a Colossus and 2 dragons in a war against Bear. Well.
I mean,
it kind of makes us a very shitty nation. I mean, they have a very valid reason for cause of war, but
matter to us?
It does not make me feel good, but
There's
there's
little
no
to feel
denying
good
the
about
strategic
in this
advantage
situation.
of this. Sorry, what was that?
He said, there is little to feel good about in a situation such as this. One must think of the greatest good for all. And I tell you, you allow me to continue my production of war machines that will help fight against the Obscurati and to crush Burr. You aid me in destroying the Baron fleet, bringing it under the control of Ryza. And I will be in your debt. And I can assure you this. I don't think any of you have lived to know the dragons, but to have a dragon in your debt is a great, great tool.
Do we, no, they're known for being bastards, but do they tend to be liars, or do they tend to be kind of honest? That'd be like a history roll?
Roll me a history about Gradiax.
Yeah.
Because different dragons, completely different.
Yeah, or would an insight work as well?
Yes, absolutely. Either or.
Alright, I will do an insight.
Yeah, I'd like to.
And I have a feat, thankfully. I have judgment, which lets me basically have 5e advantage. Thank fuck.
Nice. Nice.
I also have a hero die that I would like to
I would like to roll 3 times on this.
You got this.
You like to spend a healing
Fucking
surge.
do.
You like to spend
A
a
4,
healing
5, and a
surge.
6.
That's fucking beautiful. Sorry.
I mean, of all the interactions we've had with dragons so far, they've been honest, so...
Rylar is like fucking on board. Holy shit, is he on board?
I mean, Dimitri's not happy, but he also knows that charging at a dragon in their fucking lair is basically we might as well just fucking might as well just basically slit our throats right here. It'd be quicker and probably less painful.
To be fair, we have 10 vials of dragon slaying shit.
Which seems like it gives a pretty minor bonus compared to what the fuck, this is like a, multi-thousand-year-old immortal thing that has probably faced a lot of bigger guys in battle than us and survived to tell about it.
And he did offer to help us fight the Obscurati.
It really comes down to, I take it, does a 24 give me much on the insight?
He definitely seems to be telling the truth that he wants your aid and wants to keep building war machines, and everything you know about this situation and everything you know about what he's saying indicates that he would be using this for Ryza. he's been making war machines for donkey's years that that Ryza knows about. So it's unlikely that all of a sudden he's going to turn on this country that he's been arming to the teeth with industrial war machines for no reason.
This definitely goes against my personal ideals, but
However,
to protect this country and.
However, do know that strategically, is it better for Ryza to have a war-torn Burr under Pemberton's control than to have a united Burr under Bruce Shantis that feels it owes you and therefore Ryza a great favour? Choose your ally wisely in this action, because this is one of those big fucking changes that you can make in this game. Who do you want to ally with, basically? What is your goal?
I mean, it really feels like the best decision for Ryza is to work with Pemberton. It definitely goes against everything that Dimitri stands for as a pacifist, though, so I imagine he's probably going to be pretty torn on this. But it's basically directly clashing two of his biggest ideals. So he's probably lost in thought at the moment, while I guess you guys decide.
The cart goes around a corner, and up ahead you can see a immensely red light and a wave of heat coming from the end of the tunnel. The head, tick tock, tick tock. The decision looms. And with that, we'll leave it there. We're going to end today's session at 1 o'clock, which is our normal ending time. And you guys have a decision to make before you arrive in Benedict Pemberton's foundry. Good luck.
Yeah, it's